Good day, everybody. I am Coach Andre, and I am so excited. I want to welcome you to the Marketing 4-Step Blueprint Workshop. This is a hands-on, done with you workshop that will help you to see what you've already got in the free document about how to attract your perfect customer. Okay. These are the things that you will do before you even start writing anything. Okay. You're gonna have scripts for your videos, you're gonna have copy on your web pages and stuff like that. Before you start writing any of this, you want to know who your perfect customer is. Okay. And that's going to go by the four things, the four steps that are talked about in the marketing 4-step blueprint. So as we go through it, make sure that as we go through that you fill in the information that's about your perfect customer. Okay, as you can see, I've already taken the liberty of naming the marketing campaign for what we're doing today. Okay, and today the name of the campaign is Know Who Your Perfect Customer Is. How many times have you tried to sell something and nobody buys, but you go out there and you have all these groups and you're sharing all this inspirational stuff and talking about results that you've gotten and everything like that. And then all of a sudden you put out there that you got a product that'll help them, and you put it out there, and crickets, right? Well, you got to find your perfect customer, right? All right. So, what is the first thing that we have to do? What's the first thing on the list? Is we need to figure out what are the emotions or the feelings that people are going to feel about the problem that they're having, that your excuse me, that your product or service is going to answer. Okay. One of the ones that I use because it's personal to me is being overweight. Okay. I'm still working on it, but, and it's gotten a little better, but I just got started. So I'm still working on it. But, one of the things that I realized as I got more and more overweight, my stomach started poking out and everything like that. I began to realize that it was hard to tie my shoes. As a matter of fact, even if I prop my foot up, I still, because my stomach was so big, I would have to hold my breath in order to reach down and tie my shoes. Man, it was kind of a scary kind of thing, you know. And not only that, it was kind of embarrassing, going around with this big stomach. I was the kid who, up until I was in my 30s, I couldn't get over 35 pounds. Even in the Navy, when I was eating 4 meals a day, I still couldn't get over 135 pounds. I may have gotten up to 136 or something like that, but yeah. Anyway, so just to kind of let you know what's happened with me in all this, I started back in 2013. I tried to get things going. That was where I first learned how to do websites and uh, uh, lead pages and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of interesting. And as a matter of fact, it actually turned out to be a passion I didn't even know I had. And it became pretty awesome. However, I had too many stinking thinking stuff in my head that kept me from being able to uh, uh, actually get and break through that wall that was holding me back from actually making money. And in case you're wondering, yes, I've made money since in the last few months that I came back and decided to start doing something again here just a few months ago, and lo and behold, I got into the right community. They were actually able to help me, give me the understanding I needed. Okay, and that's why I'm here today, is to help you figure out what you need so that you can break through and start uh, being the person that you were purposed to be. And that is being an entrepreneur who is able to know who their perfect customer is so that they can break through and start to make money and help people in their community and their surroundings and in the world. So that's what we're here for. And it starts with understanding how people feel about their problem and how your solution will help them feel better about how they're feeling about their problem. I know that was a tongue twister. So now, just so you know, and I'm gonna kind of squash a, uh, a crazy idea that has come out in the past, which is, you got to drum up some kind of feeling in somebody in order to get them to sell and in order to get them to buy. No, that is false. All you have to do is find those people that are having the problems that your solution will fix and just talk about what your solution does. You can either talk about how life will be after, or you can talk about how things are miserable and fearful right now because of the problem, or a mixture of the two. Okay. And what this does is this gets people to start thinking about the fact that they really need a solution. And as you offer your solution, they're more open because they're already in that emotional state. And I just recently learned that 50% of the people who buy emotionally. So that is an amazing, awesome thing. So all you got to do is invoke those feelings that are already there. You don't have to get people to start feeling a certain way that they don't already feel. Okay. So that's how the feelings, you can either use a happy scenario where, like I said, it's the beginning. It's like I was sharing before, my overweightness. If I saw a picture of or a commercial with a guy and a girl uh, in a convertible driving down the strip at the beach, and they're saying, well, you can have this, you can be this. People will once you get to be like this, people will admire you. They will want to have what you have, all this kind of stuff. Then you will be able to uh, um, live the life that you want to live. Man, I want to live that life. I want people to admire me. I want people, because the whole premise of people when they buy is, what's in it for me? So you can sell the happiness of the results, or you can go into, like I was sharing about how when I bend down to tie my shoes, it's hard to breathe, and people that are overweight and have a belly that sticks out, they're going to relate to that unless they got Velcros. And even then, sometimes you got to do it real quick. Otherwise, you can't. Anyway, so you can either invoke happiness or fear in reference to the problem that they're experiencing, and then you introduce your solution. Okay, the big picture is all both of those things, and there's also a little bit of logic that has to go in there because 50% of the people that look at what you have will buy because of emotion. Emotionally, they'll be hooked and they'll buy. Then there is another 25%. This is part of the whole thing that I just recently learned. The other 25 will need to justify it with logic. So they'll need to have a little bit of the strategy in order to get into actually buying what you have. Okay. So, and then there's the other 25% that uh, uh, if you don't show them that there's scarcity. Yeah, scarcity. If you don't tell, like, say for example, you can have this, but it's only going to be here for a short period of time. So urgency. You want to develop urgency. through the whole thing. So this is the big picture. You got emotional buying, you got logical buying, and you have urgency buying. Okay, those who feel like they're going to lose out. Okay, the emotional is like, oh, I need this. I want to feel better, and they just you know go out there and buy it. Then the logic, I need to know how it's going to work. Those are the logic people. And then the urgency, those who will only buy if they feel like they're going to lose out, uh, is because you generate urgency. All right. So that would be like one-time offer, that you can only get this right now. If you don't get it now, you're not going to get it. It's the only time you can get it. Um, then your offer. Let's say you have this powder that you can mix into your water, stir it up, and drink it. But let's say 4 or 5 people are selling the same product. Okay, so what a lot of people do is they just compete by lowering their price. Okay, so people have a choice with the same product that's $10. They got the same product they can get for $8, and another person has it for $5. Okay, but you don't want to lose any money. You want to get the full $10, $15, right? So what you do is you go out there and you give them uh, an offer that tells them that this same product that everybody else is selling is $10. Then you follow it up with, hey, if you get it today, I'll give you this tumbler that will be perfect for every serving that you use uh, this this powder, this weight loss powder. Okay, and so now what happens is the people get the idea that there's more value. They're getting more for their buck, more for their money, more for the buck. Okay. So now who are you going to pick? Okay. Now, you can get it for $5, but the uh, incentive bonus is that you get this tumbler for free if you buy from me for $10. Okay. Or from you. So if you have any questions at all about any of this so far, please make sure that you send me an email. Okay, you can reply to the email that you received when you signed up for this workshop. Okay, now the final four. Okay, these are the number 4 step. Okay, here we got the feelings, the emotions is step 1. Learning what those are, evoking those in the people, whether it be a happiness emotion that shows them that they can have their uh, their cake and eat it too, or the fear factor. The fear of loss, the fear of always being there, um, the fear of not being able to tie your shoes anymore, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you got the fear and the happiness are the two main things that you can use to draw people in and to draw in your perfect customer. Okay. Now the next part is actually a 4-part section. Okay, these are things that you want to keep into mind. What is the format that you're going to use? Are you going to use videos? Are you going to use long sales copy letters? Are you going to use audio? Are you going to use video? I already said that. But okay, so you want to know what your format is. Okay, these are things that you need to think about as you're determining who your perfect customer is. Okay, as you're figuring out what is probably going to be the best effective way to draw people in. Okay, how long will your speech or document be? Will it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, a 30-minute workshop, whatever it might be? Okay, do you have testimonials? Do you have people, like, for example, I've helped several people. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to get an award for being most helpful. There was three of us that got selected out of 3,000 people, and I was one of those three. And it's pretty awesome. This month, as a matter of fact, it's July 2022, and I'm going to be getting a Most Helpful Award through Life on Fire. It's an amazing feeling. I'm excited. I can't wait. Of course, they're going to make me wear a tie, which I'm not used to. But it'll all be worth it in the end because, this is what it's all about, is getting exposure so that we can build our business. And that's what it's all about. And when you get to a point where you're out there to help people instead of just make a sale, things are going to start booming. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Okay. Okay. So now the reason I brought that up is because, you want to have testimonials. Okay. I've asked several people that I've helped to share their experience with my service for them, whether if it be tech or just some coaching or whatever it might be. All right. So I've got several. I've actually got a list of people that have sent me testimonials of their good experience with me as I've helped them with whatever it was that they were wanting to accomplish. Um, and my thing is usually mostly pretty much just tech and life and business coaching. I'm starting to get into uh, learning uh, business frameworks that will help people blow up their businesses through sales funnels and a structure in which they take people through to their ultimate offer. So anyway, and what is your basic point of view of your product or service? Are you confident in what you do? I am very confident in what I do because of the fact that I've done it for nearly 3 decades. I've talked to people. I'm a little new to the tech side of it and doing it in video and all that kind of stuff. I'm more used to a face to face. I'd rather, meet with you at a coffee shop or something and look at you eye to eye. That's what I'm used to. Or I just meet somebody. I walk down the street and start talking to somebody like I've known them for years. I've had people comment about that. But the thing is are you confident in what you do? Okay. Do you believe what you do can help somebody? Okay. And there's the overall, do you believe that coaching, tech, or anything like that can help another person, help you or anyone else? If you can't believe that it can work for you, then how are you going to believe that it's going to work for somebody else? So you need to have a point of view that says, hey, I believe in this. I work it in my own life, and I can help you work it in your life. Okay, so what is your point of view? All right, let me move my picture over here a little bit. Now we have write it down. Now that we've gone through all these things and we've decided as we're going along, you really don't want to, you know, try and remember all this stuff, unless you've already made notes up here, but you want to know who your dream customer is or your perfect customer. Okay. What is your offer? What is your big picture? What are those things that you're going to say so that people can see themselves as the person they want to be, that without the problem that they're having, that your product or service provides? Okay. Write down how long your presentation will be. Okay. What, like I said, video script, 10, 15 minutes, uh, a sales letter, a big long sales letter, whatever it might be. Write down what that will be. Okay. These are things that are going to help you go through and, and keep track of what you need to do, because the first thing you want to do is you want to create your framework. And this is how you do it. You write it down. Okay. Uh, do you have testimonials? Pick the ones, go through, ask people, that have, if there's more people that haven't given you a testimonial or a review or anything like that, you can contact them and get a hold of them and ask them to give a review of their experience with you. And then you just go through and you pick a few of them and you put them in there. Okay. And you write down those names. And what is your basic point of view? Write it out. What do you believe about your offer? What do you believe about your product and how it works with those extras that you offer with it? Because that becomes your full offer. Your product, if you're just selling your product or service without any extras, any bonuses or anything like that, that's all you have. Okay. That's all you have is your product or your service. But if you give them extras or discounts on something else, then you're creating more value. Okay, you're creating more value for the people to see that you're not only trying to sell to them, but you care about how things end up for them. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of it. If you have any questions, like I said, you can respond to the email that was sent to you when you signed up for this, and or in that email there should be a Candly link so that you can set up an appointment. This also awards you a free one-on-one coaching call with me, Coach Andre. And on top of it, down here below, as you can see, if you haven't downloaded your copy of the Marketing 4-Step Blueprint, you can do it right here. Just click on this button right here, and you'll be able to, let me just show you. All right. So there you go. You take that and you download it. All righty. All right. So I hope this helps. I hope this work things out for you to help you see what steps to take. These are the steps. Again, this Marketing 4-Step Blueprint are the very first things that you have to figure out before you even start writing anything. So make sure that you go through this, work it out, come up here, rewatch this video as many times as you have to, and just go through it and do what needs to be done so that you can be successful. If you have any questions, make sure you email me. All right, you guys have a great day.